Sergio Perez has revealed the struggles he's had in 2023, getting fully confident with his RB19 and living up to the pressure of being seen as one of the only championship contenders to Max Verstappen. The Mexican driver's future is constantly being discussed as Perez continues to work in a sea of highs and lows this season as he's struggled to keep pace with his Dutch teammate who is romping away with the Drivers' Championship. The season began so brightly for Checo with a couple of early wins on the campaign, but the Red Bull driver believes that suddenly put a target on his back, raising the bar for his season expectations before confidence issues with the car have seen him fall far behind his partner at the team. It was different this time, obviously, because we started the year so high, so you're thinking you are a championship contender, said Perez. You've won 2 races, then all of a sudden you feel like, this weekend doesn't feel like it did before, so you're losing confidence because you're not fully confident with the car. In F1, if you're not fully confident with the car at 250 kilometers an hour into a corner, then you are doubting a little bit more, and it's what really happens in those moments. Perez still has to face the possibility that Red Bull may look to freshen up their driver duo in the near future, and the fact that Checo is still struggling to get the car working for him won't necessarily fill the team with confidence that he's the man for the future to partner Max Verstappen and ensure more constructors' titles for the team. But we're all hoping that Checo can turn it round at the end of the season and look like the confident driver that we know he can be. Alpine have perhaps been one of the biggest letdowns this season, with expectations high going into 2023 for the French constructor. But Zandvoort was finally a moment of sunshine as Pierre Gasly took their second podium of the season. Esteban Ocon was less of a happy chappy about last weekend after decisions on the pit lane in the difficult conditions saw him slip back to 11th to finish the race, including a change to wet tyres that came a lap too late and putting the French driver on a tyre that he wasn't happy being on. Unfortunately, we let these points just slip away at the end, said Ocon after the race. I wasn't happy with the call of the full wets, but also we boxed 1 lap too late. The tyres were not ready in the garage for me to box the lap that I asked on the radio, so I had to stay out on slicks when it was wet and lost 5 positions, so went from 6th down to 11th. Ocon had been pleased with Sunday's recovery effort initially, getting from 16th to 6th, but one poor decision from the pit lane has once more sent Ocon's race spiralling in a season that continues to be filled with too many lows rather than enjoying the highs of Gasly's podium last Sunday. And finally, Lance Stroll is being replaced at Aston Martin for the Italian Grand Prix, albeit free practice 1 at least. Felipe Drugovich will be taking the reins for the first session as one of the team's rookie free practice sessions this season, with Stroll, who has driven in the shadow of Fernando Alonso all campaign, hitting the proverbial pine for the first session in Italy. Some think that perhaps the move should be a permanent one, but the boss's son is always going to get back behind the wheel and will be for the rest of the Grand Prix weekend at Monza. So no fear if you are a Stroll fan, he'll be back for FP2 and beyond. And so will we, as GPFans.com and GPFans Global across social media continue to build up to the Italian Grand Prix this weekend. And hit subscribe down below to stick with us here at the YouTube channel with all the latest news and specials around F1.